Morning.
Good morning. Happy Tuesday.
Tuesday. I had to think about that a couple times this morning. What day is it?
I did too. Especially with my schedule being so off and on. I'm like, is it Wednesday? Maybe it's just Monday again. I don't remember.
Hopefully your Tuesday's off to a good start. We've been dealing with a little bit of rain, a little bit of wind. We were in the newsroom and I pointed out to Heather, I go, Heather, no, it's raining? Of course it does.
And I was
she forecasted it.
There's my forecast verifying right there in front of your eyes.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah. So if I said it's going to be a great day to be outside and sunshine, that would be a little bit wrong, but I didn't.
No, she was spot on. And we're
also talking, we've been, the huge topic of today and even yesterday was tropical storm, now Hurricane Idalia.
Yes.
In the coast. So we're kind of focusing on that, even on the weather quiz. So if you have any questions as far as forecast goes here in Michigan or wherever you're at, you guys can pop that in the comments. Brendan will be monitoring those. We can just get into it right away, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, why not?
All right. Weather quiz, and you guys can pop your answers down in the comments as well. During the 2022 Atlantic hurricane season, how many hurricanes made landfall on the U.S. coast? So was it none, was it 1, or was it 3? Brendan's 2 for 2 this week.
Yeah, she even revealed the answer before I could say it, but I promised I was going to give a certain answer, which turned out to be correct.
Which I knew you were getting there, but we were short on time and our producer was like, quickly. So I just hit the answer, but I knew you were going to get it right. I had very much confidence in that.
We'll see if our friends get it right too.
Yes, yeah, we'll check back in. We'll start with our weather first, because those of you who are living here probably want to know more about that for right now. We're seeing rain across the eastern upper peninsula. Haven't really seen a break from that rain at all this morning. So let me tilt the cameras a little bit here. You can see across Sault Ste. Marie and then into the tip of the Mid, Rogers City, Presque Isle County, even Atlanta, Mount Morenci County, seeing a lot of that rain, even some lightning. Look at that lightning right there over in Norman. So parts of, I guess, Manistee County, and then into Ludington. So there are some thunderstorms making their way through. You probably could hear some thunder this morning with those, and heavier rain too. Let's zoom in right here. In Manistee, right there, that dark red color, it's very heavy rain. And then that's also lightning is happening just north of that cell. So quite a bit of rain this morning. We're going to continue to see that throughout the afternoon on and off. So STORMCAST is putting out those storms. I think we're still going to see quite a bit of it by around lunchtime, but then it'll start to lighten up. So we'll start to see it scattering by around dinner hour. But if you have any outdoor plans, you might want to grab an umbrella today, just because if you're outdoors at any point, you could see some heavy downpours or even a light jacket. I think a light jacket would be okay today too, but we will see those. If you're on the eastern side of the map, especially, Sheboygan, Presque Isle County, even Otsego, you could see a little bit later showers, but I think most of us will be dry. Good news is, once we get past today, we'll start to see some nice sunshine. That's all of Wednesday. There's hardly even any clouds on STORMCAST. Winds will start to be light as well. And if you were planning on being outside today, maybe going to the beach, hopefully you did that yesterday, because today's not a good day to be out there. The showers and thunderstorms, it's just never a good idea to be by water when there's lightning. And our temperatures are going to be cool. So hopefully you're not going to the beach. But if you are, don't get in the water. Especially on the shoreline of Lake Michigan, we have beach hazard statements out for wave heights of 3 to 5 feet. So do not get in the water today. It will not be safe. I don't think you want to be out there anyway, as I said, but thunderstorms and those high wave heights just is a recipe for very dangerous conditions on the Great Lakes today. 4-zone forecast highs. If you're wondering how warm we're going to get, we're going to see temperatures in the 60s today. A little bit warmer over in Drummond Island at 66 degrees and 62 over in Newberry. Winds will start the day off out of the southwest. They're going to start to shift out of the northwest, as you can tell on our 4-zone forecast here. We could see 10 to 15 mile an hour winds sustained, gusts as high as 25 and 30 in some spots today. So as those fronts move through, that's when those winds will start to pick up. 68 degrees in Traverse City today. Could see 69, but I think really upper 60s. We're not going to be reaching over 60 degrees today in most spots. Scattered rain, thunderstorms, and wind. Those are 3 things today, the 3 main weather stories. Tonight, the rain will come to an end, and we'll see some partly cloudy skies in the eastern upper peninsula. We'll be cooling off. It'll be another cool evening. Temperatures in the 40s and 50s for the northern lower. So low 40s, especially if you're inland, it'll be a lot cooler than along the shoreline of Lake Michigan and Lake Huron. 50s along the shoreline, upper 40s and low 40s inland, 46 in Boynton City. Mostly cloudy skies. I think we're going to hold on to more cloud cover in our southern counties, especially tonight. Our extended forecast, we're going to see some warmer weather as we head into Wednesday and gradually warming up. So really nice weather by Friday. It looks like we could see an isolated thunderstorm Saturday with some rain. But I think most of us will stay dry just in time for Labor Day weekend. If you have the day off from work, Labor Day specifically, it looks like it's going to be a hot one. Could see over, I was looking at the forecast today, 92 degrees in Traverse City. Wow. That's pretty warm. So it'll feel like summer all over again.
Maybe the beginning of September already.
Right? Isn't it crazy to be like, that's September 4th, Labor Day, and putting that in the forecast? I mean, it's nice, but it's also like, dang. That's warm.
And that for some kids, that's the last day of summer vacation, right? That Monday.
Yeah. And then they're back to school that Tuesday, right? Yeah. So
other kids, teachers, staff, they're back at school today. So it just kind of depends on where people are living. So.
Yeah. I'll quickly go through what we're seeing in the tropics.
Sure. Yep.
So we were talking yesterday about, this is strengthened again already. So this was a tropical storm when we started our shows, but right now, it is now at Category 1 hurricane strength at 80-mile-an-hour winds. It's moving north at 14 miles an hour. So it's slowly ramping up here. And as it hits the Gulf, there is a lot of warm water. And warm water means that's enough to really make it amplify and become stronger. So that is the right recipe for a warm core, low pressure system. That's what we call hurricanes, to really start to strengthen. That's not good news if you have any friends, family, especially along the west coast of Florida, because it looks like by the time it reaches land, right before it's going to strengthen to a Category 3, 120-mile-an-hour winds forecasted. So that's not a good sign. And then even though it makes landfall, it's not really going to weaken a whole lot. It'll still weaken to a Category 1. But Category 1 still means 80-mile-an-hour winds. So it's still very strong. There is the threat of a lot of rain as this moves through, but every time we talk about hurricanes, we mentioned it yesterday too, storm surge is usually the main concern with, safety, and that's why they already have had a lot of people evacuate from those areas, because on top of the rainfall that will fall behind the storm and the flooding that comes with it, they're expecting 8 to 12 feet of additional water just over the area, and especially the Tampa Bay and St. Petersburg area. It looks like it's not going to be a good situation there on top of the high winds. So hopefully everybody is safe, but currently we're looking at a Category 1 right now as it is strengthening in the Gulf.
Okay.
So just thought I would touch on that.
Yeah, definitely thinking of family and friends in Florida right now. We know a lot of people, especially on Facebook, have connections to Florida. They go there for the winter. And we know we have friends from all over the place, not just in northern Michigan. So thank you for that update, Heather. And just so you know, we do have to go through the comments pretty quickly. We have that trial, day 5 of the kidnapping plot trial involving Governor Whitmer. And so that's going to be streaming live on Facebook and X and YouTube. That's why we have to speed things up. But I'm going to go out of order just a little bit, Heather, because we had our friend Sandy asked a question the other day that we couldn't get to. So we want to get her question answered today. So it's Sandy from Maple City, by the way. So she has a question. Is it possible to hear thunder across Lake Michigan from echoing over the lake? She's asking because she heard thunder twice, and on the radar, the storm was over on the Wisconsin side.
Yeah, if you are over water, sound carries faster. So you will probably be able to hear that, especially if you are on the shoreline of Lake Michigan. I wouldn't be surprised if you were hearing that from the other side of the lake. Even though it's a large body of water, you could still, sound travels pretty nicely over the water. So you are probably hearing that, yes.
And we have still just a couple of minutes. So we'll go through and say hi to Susan Radka She's going to be baking some cookies, oatmeal raisin.
Ooh.
That sounds good,
I feel like
Susan.
it's almost time to bring out the pumpkin spice cookies.
Well, if you go to a certain coffee chain, Heather, you'll find that pumpkin spice. Multiple coffee chains.
My roommate, came home with that yesterday, and I tasted it, and it tasted funky. So I don't know what Starbucks changed in their recipe this year. Maybe you guys have more insight on Facebook Live, but it didn't taste right. It was just, and I love pumpkin spice lattes. So
they still have a few months to get it right for you, Heather.
yeah.
We're early. Very
we are
early. Yeah, in the season.
And I think, now that I'm when I typed 90 in the extended today, I was like, I don't think I can do pumpkin spice latte just yet.
We'll wait until temperatures cool down a little bit.
Yeah.
Susan, by the way, loves your blue dress, Heather, which is making a debut
you.
this morning.
Yes, thank you.
It is very
Appreciate
nice.
it. An Amazon special.
We'll go through and just say hi to our friends. Won't have time to read the comments, sorry. Christopher, Paul, Susan, Lash Sims. Gail is watching as well. Seth, Kathy, Susie Q. We will say hi to Mark. We'll say hi to Tom. Jackie, I do got to say, it's a special day, so I'll read your comment. Her and her husband, Jerry, celebrating 59 years today, so happy anniversary
Oh my
to you
gosh.
too.
Well, congrats. Hopefully you guys have some fun plans.
Deb and Mark, they were going to go to the beach today, but not going to do that today. And all right, that looks like everybody for now. So if you want to reveal the answer, Heather.
Yes. So 3 hurricanes last year, which is crazy. Hurricane Ian made landfall as a category 4 the first time, and then made landfall again on the other side as a category 1.
Oh, that's
so
right.
that's like almost a double whammy there. But that doesn't account for the 3 total hurricanes. There was another hurricane. And then Hurricane Nicole made landfall in Florida as a category 1.
Okay.
I think Hurricane Fiona was the other one, but that didn't make landfall in Florida.
Got Matt, combining names here. Matt, Raymond, and I think we're all caught up, and it's 8:50, so we got to have the Gib. Are you directing that? The coverage there from the
Gib
Antrim
is
County
busy
Courthouse. So we're going to let Gib kind of switch things over, and if you want to watch that coverage, it can just stay here on Facebook or X or YouTube, wherever you're watching from this morning.
Have a good Tuesday.